order to start a website, you have to have an account with a web hosting company. Now, you could actually do all the coding on your own computer and just display the results in a browser on your one computer, but I kind of like to show students how to make a real website that's really accessible to the world. In order to do that, once again, you have to find a web hosting company. I like to steer students towards Infinity Free. I don't have any association with them, but they don't have as many ads and their interface is pretty clean and simple. Okay, you should have received a verification email when you set up your account. Just be aware if you did not receive this email, it's probably in your spam folder. Okay, once you verified your email, it should take you to a login screen. It should look similar to this. Down below these ads, because there's always going to be ads, this is where you create your account. Right now it says there's no accounts, so we need to create one. Looks like we could have 3 of them. Choose your domain name. We're just going to get a free name, so we really can't do much about this. But you do get to choose like one of these predefined domains. So I'm just going to do, I don't know, this one looks good, infinityfreeapp.com. Let's go ahead and put Mark. Let's see if this works. So it's available. So this is going to be my new account. So you guys say I'm not a robot. Account password. I'm just going to do infinity password. This is just a temporary account. It won't exist for very long. Create account. Okay, it's been created. Once we have this created, we can open in control panel. Let's see what it looks like. Important notice. Looks like you have to approve or disapprove. I'll approve it. And this is what your control panel should look like. Okay, it's very similar to all other C panels, they call this. If you'll notice in the very upper right hand corner in the URL, a C panel is for all website management tools that uses Linux. Once you set up your account and you verified it, you should receive another email, and I recommend that you keep it from Infinity Free that has your information on it, like your username and the actual URL for your website. Okay, once you log into your account, you'll see your listed website here. It can take up to 3 days for this URL right here to actually show up and to start working. But we can start working on the website now. So let's go ahead and look and see what it looks like. You can either click on the username here link, or you can click on manage, which will take you to the control panel. Well, it's not really the control panel yet. This is kind of like where you can modify some stuff here. But you'll see that there's a file manager and control panel. You're going to use both of these buttons quite often. If we go to the control panel first, this is the C panel. And you can do everything from here. You could even use the file manager from here. But this is where you'll have the myPHP, where we'll deal with the database. We'll deal with that later. And you can have account settings and stuff. And also the online file manager. This is probably the most important tool that you're going to use, at least right away. So let's go ahead and click on that. Inside, you'll notice that you have one folder called htdocs. This is really important, okay? This is where all your website will live and reside, is inside this folder. So if we go ahead and click on the link here, you'll notice that you have 2 files in here. Now, these files that are here you're not really going to use. But if you were to go to your website now and if it were to work, it would show you whatever is inside this index2.html file. We're just going to go ahead and create a new file. And to do that, I believe you can just right click, or down below here, there is an add file button here. But we'll do new file. And I'll explain this in the lesson called Basic Elements, but we're going to create a file called index.php. And we'll hit OK. Once you have your index.php file created, we're going to stop here, and in the next lesson I'm going to show you how to make your first website.